When playing Halo 5, do you ever feel stressed out when you're just trying to play casually? Or do you want to get high kill games but you never get an opportunity? Or perhaps you quit the game due to the abysmal map rotation and absurdly high search times? Welcome to Optimizing Halo 5, my new series on how you can make your experience playing this game more enjoyable. Today's episode will focus on two topics. Firstly, I'll discuss how you can avoid matches that you don't want to play and not get penalised. Then I'll talk about the matchmaking system, specifically for Infection, why it's broken, and how to get around this to find better matches. Avoiding matches, also known as dodging, is a way to leave games without being quit banned or taking a loss. And I know it's a controversial topic, so I'm going to focus on the only legitimate reason to dodge, which is to avoid maps or game modes that you don't like. First of all, we're going to focus on what to do when you're in a Fireteam, and then second of all, we're going to talk about what to do if you're solo, and have friends, or if you don't have friends like some people on second accounts. So we're trying to avoid this issue that when you get to 2 out of 4 to 4 out of 4 in the game, you can no longer leave by pressing back. So if you're in a Fireteam with someone, there's a very easy method, just go to your profile and click Leave Fireteam. Now sometimes you actually will be able to see the menu when you're loading into a game. I've no idea why this happens, but if this does happen, you can just press back to leave. So now if you're solo, you can no longer leave Fireteam because there is no one in your Fireteam. But if you go to your friends list and see anyone with a joinable profile, you can use this to get out of the lobby. The next method I wouldn't recommend, but I'm going to leave it in here for completeness. It's dashboarding. So if you go to your Xbox menu, press Halo 5, press quit and then press A, you'll leave the game that you were in, but if you do this too late, you may take a loss, so just be careful. The final method, and the one that I prefer seeing as how my alts never have any friends online and I'm never playing with people, is to switch account. So obviously you'll need a second account for this, and when you switch account you'll be booted back to the main menu. When you press A, you'll connect to the lobby with a new account, so you'll have to change back to the other one, but sometimes you get this really weird glitch where when you press A on the main menu it says error authorizing, and how to get around this is you'll have to sign out every other account except for the one that you actually want to use. So these are the 4 methods to dash games. Now let's move on to how you can improve your experience in matchmaking. In the olden days of matchmaking, when you pressed A on a playlist or search, you'd be put into a queue of players. If the playlist required 12 people to start, then the matchmaking system would wait until 12 players were in this queue and then put them together. Put simply, this means that if you were searching for a game, you would match the first people available, meaning that in a game with a decent population, you would never have to wait. And this system is perfect for social-based games. In Halo 5 this would mean that a champion level player would very rarely match a full lobby of bronzes, but casual players would still play most of their games without matching someone too good. In Halo 5, the Infection matchmaking works very differently to this. I know someone from Free4Free watching this could easily clarify or debunk all my theories of how it actually works, but these are my best guesses based on my observations playing. Firstly, I believe that the matcher wants to put people of the same rank in the same games. This means that if you're Spartan rank 145 or above, you should expect the majority of the people you match to also be SR 145 or above. Similarly, this means that if you're level 11, most people in your lobbies will be less than level 100. Next, I believe that the expanded setting is a placebo, because as a European player, when I set the game to expanded, I'll still wait 3 to 5 minutes on average for a game, and I wish this was an exaggeration. I've also heard anecdotes of American players suffering from this problem that I obviously can't verify, but overall, the matchmaking just takes way too long to match whatever setting you choose. And lastly, the system's very inconsistent, as some days the matchmaking is actually instant on expanded. I've got no idea what causes the search times to fluctuate so dramatically day by day, and I seriously doubt someone at Free4Free is tweaking the system all the time to see, oh, let's make them so they can match today and not tomorrow. And I guess that the game is just trying to avoid matching people together if they've got a high ping, and the value for what ping they consider acceptable to match keeps changing somehow. And yeah, I could be completely wrong, but I've really got no other ideas of what this could be. So now that I think I know how the system works, but secretly have no idea whatsoever, how can this information help you to get better matches on Halo 5? Well, first, if you want to have good stats and face easy players every game, then you should definitely create a new account. As level SR 150, you will basically never match an easy lobby, with every contingency game becoming a weapon scramble, and Alpha's games looking more like an Infection Hub tournament lobby than a social-based playlist. However, as a level SR 11, you'll match people who don't have much experience with the game, which may result in every player in the lobby sitting a noob house, But the main thing is it should result in some very easy last mans, giving you the ability to inflate your stats, but more importantly, inflate your ego. Next, to solve the matchmaking issue, one idea that worked for me is to play with someone from a different region. So this meant for me that I was searching with someone from East US on a new account and I was in Europe, and we were able to match a little bit quicker. However, I noticed that the average skill of the players had gone up a little bit, so it's a trade-off. And yes, it really is coming to this.
Dude, are you fucking for real? What the hell, man?
So, some people who have got this far into the video may be wondering why I'm basically encouraging you to smurf on infection, even though I used to care so much about the legitimacy of nares and records. The truth is, I'm not the one actually encouraging this. 343 have the power to change their matchmaking system so that your match plays at random, but because they've decided to match based on level, it means that if you make a new account now, you'll get the easiest lobbies in the history of the game in my opinion. The lobbies you get now are way easier than they ever used to be when the matchmaking system was just random players. So the hidden message is to 343, change the system back to how it was. But until they do that, create a new account, smurf on some randoms, and beat some records. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next episode of Optimizing Halo 5.
How are you this good? Oh, you're those nightmares' worst nightmare. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. Did you kill another one? There's space on my squad for you anytime. Put those mean bastards back in their graves. Just 30 seconds. Yeah, hell's full, but you're packing a few more in anyway. Ten seconds left. That's a double. And that's a triple. Damn, you're good. You're unstoppable. Prey to predator. We won the round.